Stop Asian Hate, so a bit of controversy. So I met her at the press conference for Miss Universe Singapore. Took a picture of her. You can see the face smoothing is very natural. It's again not that mong look, like the glowy, but how you can tell that is when the sides of the face, you don't see the sharpness, you don't see the lines, but here you can really see a good shadow going on. And you can see the outline of her ear. So what we want with portraits is also like a nice bouquet, which is what the camera system in this phone has done really successfully. You can see there's that depth of field, and it's very natural. You can see there's also like a professional contrast of highlights and shadows. This is not something that I feel should be forced by an algorithm, and that's also kind of the DNA of Leica wants the pictures to be real, to showcase what's actually happening, and that's what storytelling is about. And that's the pretty, right? Okay, can we move along? Hey, so capturing a decisive moment, that's what photography is all about, right? So Bresson also said, okay, this one a bit cheap now, but let's some words. Can you guys see what's going on here? It might be a bit small over there, but that's actually a no smoking sign, and he's sitting here smoking. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so storytelling time. Alright, so 10 days ago, there's this new rule for domestic helpers in Singapore. Sorry, this is a bit long-winded. And Jeff, if I'm a bit long, please stop me, okay? We don't want to miss the... Okay, can. Alright, so 10 days ago, I'm gonna talk quickly. MOM has this new rule. Domestic helpers have to go for interviews twice in the first year of being employed. They're trying to, protect the helpers because, nowadays, the Singaporean family's killing them. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, so my helper went for her MOM interview, and then there's a very standard question they will ask, which is always, has Sir ever touched you? So her answer is, of course, no. And then the next question is, has anyone in the household ever touched you? And she's also like, no. So my helper's from Myanmar, so she's got a Myanmar interpreter there, and then the interpreter is saying to her, no, you must say, touch doesn't just mean sexual, it can mean anything, that also is touch. If you don't say, you can go to jail, you get kicked back to Myanmar, and then you get conscripted for the army. And so she's very scared. So she think, yes, got someone touched me. So then obviously the MOM officer will be who touched you? So it ends up, she says, oh, the younger daughter. My daughter's 8 years old, by the way. And she kicked her one time, we found out, we scolded her, and she never did it again. And it's in a fit of anger. Again, let me reiterate, she's 8 years old. Okay, so after saying that, okay, she got kicked, it became a case of domestic abuse. So I don't know how the law works, but apparently now this is a police case. So MOM has referred my 8-year-old daughter to the Singapore Police Force. Crazy, right? Next day, investigating officer Ong from the Ang Mo Kio HQ division called me saying, oh, yeah, now we have to assess your daughter and she has to come down to, I have to now refer her to the Child Guidance Clinic in IMH to be assessed if she's got mental issues. Oh my God, what the hell is going on? So, okay, so now there's a police case open on my 8-year-old daughter. It's insane. Even the police guy knows it's crazy because there are actual real people out there to catch, and here he's following up with something ridiculous. And then my helper has no idea what she got herself into. She's terrified to go back to Myanmar because she's been told that the minute she steps into the airport in Yangon, she gets snatched. The junta just snatches and they bring them straight to get conscripted. That's the reality in Myanmar right now. So she didn't mean to say anything, but she was coerced. And this is an issue to, of course, take up with MOM. If there's anyone in mothership in the room, you can talk to me after this. Okay. So all this is going on. So, okay, you can't really see in this picture, but if you see it on the phone, you can really see a nice, beautiful blue contrast here. That's actually my helper who came back that one day to take all her belongings because MOM said, now you're not allowed to go back to this household, you have to go and stay with the agent. Yeah, so we now have no helper, and here I have my 92-year-old mother-in-law who is on her final days, but with no actual help. So, 2 young kids, 1 elderly, no helper. And this is the day she came to get her stuff, and mom's sitting at the table. There's a lot of emotion in this picture for me, but I can tell you that when you see it on the phone or on the screen, the low light capture with this camera really is fantastic. And Weiling's are asking me, how can you do that? How can you take pictures when things are so traumatic around you? But that's kind of like what everyone does. Like, that's what photographers do. And then it's just opposed against me attending all the Miss Universe Singapore events. So back to the press conference. You can see this is Charlotte. And Charlotte, she eventually did win. She's Miss Universe Singapore this year. This is Patricia. And she's kind of like in the background. I thought this is like a very humanist style photography. It kind of shows what's going on. They're having a party. You know, she's got a bit of a sian look on her face. Little does she know she's actually gonna win. And Patricia, she looks really happy, really confident. Now the thing about Patricia, she's transgender. I'm sure you guys know, right? She's been all over the news in the last like 10 days. And she's a hot favorite to win, but she didn't even place top 3. We'll get to that. We get back to home. Okay, so I return home. It's like living 2 lives. Seriously, it's like double life. Here, mom's sitting at the table. My 13-year-old has to step up, and now she is doing the cooking because no helper. And then the 8-year-old who did the initial kick that caused all the trouble, she discovered washing dishes is fun. So I'm going to keep that up until she discovers it's a chore. You know, it's like, Mommy, how come everyone says it's a chore? It's so fun. I love washing dishes. Give me more. I was like, you say that now. So this picture kind of, you know, it's a nice capture of how things result from not having a helper. It's not the end of the world. Lots of households, you know, don't have helpers. It's a first world problem. I gotta admit that. But it gets worse. Hang on. Let's go to the next slide. Back to Miss Universe, back to the press con. Okay, double life again. This is Zara. She won Miss Universe Singapore like, I think 12 years ago. And she's looking very wistfully at the girls. And you can see the girls in the mirror, and that's actually Patricia. And you can see the emotion in Zara's face. It's sort of like saying, that was my time. That was me 12 years ago, and now I have to hand that mantle on to someone else. So I thought this had a lot of emotion. She didn't know I was capturing this, and I just saw, you know, that very sad face, so I just snapping away. Okay, next. Yeah, then we move on to the actual finals. So at the finals, what's cool is that they brought down all the Miss Universe participants from Indonesia and Malaysia. So this is the winner from Miss Universe Indonesia this year. This is the first runner-up for Indonesia and the first runner-up for Malaysia. I thought they all looked so nice. So I was like, girls, can I take a picture? I want to see how this camera, you know, takes pictures of groups of people together. Because I usually do portraits, but I thought it would be nice to do a group picture. So I took this picture, immediately I showed it to them, and all 3 of them were like, wow! Okay, then it brings us to the next slide. Then they one by one started saying, can I have a picture of my own? So I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm not gonna say no. It's a good opportunity to test the phone as well. So all this is captured in Amber Lounge. And the lighting there, it's a bit sporadic. Sometimes you get a hit, you know, pink light hits, green light hits. So it's waiting for that right moment. And also making sure the subject doesn't move. Because when I take low light pictures, I am very clear with the model. I'll say, cannot move. When you move, there's going to be camera shake. And there's, faster is it? Yeah, okay, so, you know, yeah, so I also, you know, there's a setting on the phone that says, you know, you can reduce camera shake. Yeah, so you can turn it on. Okay, so I took her picture there, took her picture. Okay, next. And then, these are the actual winners. They cannot be, you know, they cannot have the runner-ups take pictures, so they're, no, we also want picture. So I took her picture, she's the winner, then I took her picture. Okay, move on. And then they're like, let's take pictures together. And I'm, oh my god, this is never going to end. This is what happens when you go towards a table full of girls wearing sashes. And then I said, that's enough. Okay, next. Okay, and then the moment when Charlotte's gonna win, you can see her face. Patricia very sian because she didn't place. Next. And then you can see she won. Everyone's very happy. Adeline, fake joy because she didn't win. Okay, next. There you can see Charlotte can't believe she won, and that's genuine. That's a genuine emotion when she was crowned. And these are the winners. These are the runner-ups, first and second runner-up. You can see that there's that sadness and that disappointment in their eyes, and that's something I wanted to convey through the picture as well. But you know, they're trying to smile through it. it's a skill, and I really have to hand it to these girls. And then next day, SCDF came because my mom fell down. Her whole face got black, and then she's got a huge lump on her head. And so at 92, when you fall, if you don't send to the hospital, apparently that's another police case. So now I'm about to have a second police case in my household. Next. This is me, going crazy. That time when my mom had to go hospital, and I was crying, and it was late at night, and I decided, let's take a selfie to see how that works. Okay, next. And then I have Jasmine, who's been my rock throughout this whole time because she's holding up everything for me when it comes to work. This is how I survive. Low light photography. And last picture, second last picture. This is, I think you all know lah. So I asked if I could take a picture. I wanted to test the camera again. The picture turned out fantastic. This is printed out behind. I haven't seen the printout myself, but I heard it's really good. And finally, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Really like this picture. It was sunset at my house, and I was like, this is life. And as life happens, we just capture it. And I've been capturing it with the Xiaomi 14T Pro for the last 10 days. That's my story. I hope I explained the camera well. Now if you've got any questions, you can ask me later. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Adele, for sharing all those special and personal moments as well as the public moments. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to about 7:59, which means we have about a minute left, if they start on time, to watch the global live stream of the launch of the Xiaomi 14T series. While we're watching that, for the next hour or so, dinner will be served. So enjoy your dinner, and then after that, the prices of the 14T series will be revealed. So do stay on and enjoy.
And good evening, good morning, good day to everyone joining online. My name is Dan, and first off, welcome to our 2024 product launch. Now, it's great to be back here in Berlin, one of my favorite cities in the world. A big thank you to all of our partners, media, fans, and even friends joining us from around the world. Now, 2024 has already been an amazing year. This has been a year of massive advancements in consumer tech, AI, and EV, not only for the industry in general, but for Xiaomi in particular. We've had a chance to introduce some of the year's very coolest and newest products to you through exciting events all across the world. From our blockbuster Redmi Note series, to our first global look at EV, Xiaomi SU7, and to our flagship Xiaomi 13 series. Through these amazing products, Xiaomi has been able to retain the world's #3 brand position as smartphone brand for 16 consecutive quarters. We here believe that Xiaomi has achieved this by continually investing in innovation, building and sharing technology that everyone can enjoy. Now this extends not only to the products that we make, but also to how we make them. As a testament to that, we recently opened our Xiaomi Smart Mobile Factory. This represents the next generation of smart manufacturing, with cutting-edge modularity and almost entirely self-developed technology. Xiaomi Mobile Smartphone Factory is capable of producing 10 million smartphones every single year. On top of that, Xiaomi is a global leading AIoT platform. It is the global leading AIoT platform, with over 800 million connected devices all across the world. Now, we managed to bring smarter living to a larger number of homes than ever before. This is something that we're exceptionally proud of. Now, our innovation has even been recognized. This year, we were named lifetime as one of the most influential companies in the world amongst the top 100. Innovation is no longer just in improving existing products. It's also about driving innovation to entirely new levels. Whether the high-end EV market, the Xiaomi SU7 released in our domestic market earlier this year. Now, Xiaomi SU7 has been incredibly accurate, with over 120,000 deliveries expected just by the end of this year. In July, we unveiled one of our most exciting developments with this, we aim to create the fastest four-seat sedan in the world. This is the culmination of the incredible efforts and dedication of our AV team. Now, to really put it to the test, this October, we're going to be bringing the SU7 Ultra prototype to a true testing ground, right here in Germany. We are incredibly excited to show the world just what it's capable of. So, smartphones, AIoT, EVs, these are more than just product categories to us. These all come together in our strategic vision of human car home. This is a smart, connected ecosystem that represents the next big thing in tech. In this ecosystem, humans are at the center, encompassing technology that you, me, everyone brings everywhere, every single day. And of course, one of the most important pieces of technology is the smartphone. Last year, with the Xiaomi 13T series, the predecessor to today's launch, we received awesome reviews, boasting a flagship experience that fans really loved. With the Xiaomi 14 series, which was launched earlier this year, it was even better. We created a camera system that today is pretty unrivaled. Now, that leads us to today. With our latest Xiaomi T series device, we are poised to deliver innovative technology into the hands of our users all around the world. With that, I'm extremely excited to kick off our launch of the Xiaomi 14T series. First, let's take a look at how it looks in motion, and then welcome TJ to the stage to share more. Thank you.
And it's great to be back here in Berlin. Xiaomi 14T series looks amazing. So let's start with that. The first thing anyone really notices about their device, the design. With Xiaomi 14T series, we're introducing an all-new design concept, Titan design. It starts with the amazing color that you've been seeing on screen, Titan gray. It's a beautiful smartphone aesthetic, and as with any good design, we've also paid special attention to the little details, like the symmetrical metallic camera deco that blends seamlessly with the back of the smartphone, and the ultra-thin bezels on all four sides of the device. The back of 14T Pro features a sheet of 3D curved glass back, giving it an ultra-refined silhouette. And it also features an upgraded aluminum alloy frame that doubles the durability of the frame compared to the last generation. The textured power button makes it easy to identify without even having to look. And all in all, this results in a comfortable and ergonomic experience which feels lightweight and balanced in your hand. And that's the new unified design on Xiaomi 14T series. From the overall look and feel to the small details. Everything was thought out with the goal of bringing the perfect blend of form and function to our users. Now, Titan Gray on Xiaomi 14T Pro is going to be joined by Titan Blue and Titan Black. For Xiaomi 14T, it looks very similar to its Pro counterpart, with the main difference being a flat back design. And it also boasts our Titan design in the same three colors. But for Xiaomi 14T, we're also bringing a fresh new color called Lemon Green, featuring a PU leather texture for the back. Now, this PU leather texture is constructed with our upgraded multi-layer proprietary nanomaterials. It's comprised of 3 layers, all with environmentally friendly material, like the 100% recycled PET material. And that's the new Titan design on Xiaomi 14T series. In my opinion, and I hope your opinion too, it's the best looking T-series device that we've ever made. All right, next, let's get into what makes these devices really special. Obviously, that means we're going to be talking about camera. The imaging experience on T-series reached completely new heights last year when we first introduced our Leica co-engineered lenses to T-series devices. This year though, we've gone even further, delivering the best Xiaomi T-series camera yet, reinforcing its positioning as an imaging flagship. Honestly, it's the result of 3 years of tireless, in-depth collaboration with Leica. It's a partnership that's been so well received by media, fans, and users from all around the world. And Xiaomi T-series is the next step forward in this partnership, bringing flagship imaging to more users. Alright, let's start with its versatile Leica triple camera system, built to capture stunning images in any scenario. This triple camera system includes a Leica main, Leica telephoto, and ultra-wide lenses that all deliver excellent image quality. Now thanks to its versatility, you can truly capture like a pro. With Xiaomi 14T Pro, we support 5 dedicated focal lengths, each with its own unique style. Let's take a look. This photo, at 15mm, utilizes the wide field of view to emphasize the subject. As we move it a bit closer to 23mm, we have a standard wide shot that highlights a smiling girl in a sea of cowboy hats. This shot, taken at 46mm, really highlights the emotional energy of the bride. You can feel the nervousness, the happiness, and the excitement of the moment. At 60mm, we get even tighter with this shot of an older gentleman enjoying an evening ride through the countryside. And at our highest focal length, 120mm, we have the ability to capture images like this that are taken from afar. Just a fisherman enjoying a break from his busy day. Now all these amazing images, they share one thing in common. Something that mobile photography users can only find on Xiaomi and Leica co-engineered devices. And that's authentic Leica imagery. It's the essential photography experience that fills every single capture with emotion and with story. Authentic Leica imagery makes Xiaomi 14T series our most human camera system that we've ever created. And it starts with the familiar 2 Leica photographic styles, Leica Authentic and Leica Vibrant. Also with Leica Portrait mode, you get gorgeous images that are tuned to provide spectacular portraits that are filled with motion. Like this image of a child sitting by the windowsill. Now I have to be honest, this is one of my favorite photos that we've taken. I really think the image speaks for itself. The lighting, the colors, the depth of field. Everything really comes together for this final magical result. And even at a wider frame, the handling of bokeh and light and shadow is really impressive. This image here though, it shares the story of a young boy preparing to participate in a wrestling competition in Turkey. The realism of the oil, not water, the oil dripping from his hair really helps turn this from an ordinary photo into a special moment that can be remembered. At 75mm, the image is a classic tighter portrait framing that's taken from a distance. It shows a man writing something in an Istanbul tea house. It's not just a photo, it's something that gives a glimpse into the city's unique way of life. Now our last feature aims to recapture the nostalgic, classic photography feel with our Leica watermarks. Users have loved these watermarks because they add a signature flair to their shots. And using